Hey chef, what are we cooking up today?
Today we're cooking up the underhyped Menace deck that is Carrot.
100%. That game I played against him the other day, Carrot is a menace.
100%. We went against him the other day. I think we were doing our Robin, or maybe it was a dragon video. I don't remember, but I remember just getting smoked because I thought I was okay, then I was not okay. And that's really what Carrot does to you with this EB04 format. It's that new 8-drop Carrot that just lets you restand 2 Minx type characters and your leader. Doesn't matter the character, 2 Minx type characters. That's it. So you'll see in one of the games that I play, is just being able to swing so big so many times is just crazy. So you can prepare yourself regardless. You're going into this deck, you need to be ready for multiple swings. If that Carrot's coming down and there are 2 characters on board, you got to be ready for at least 6 swings coming back at you if they're keeping up 8 Dawn. So let's get into the deck build and some gameplay. Once again, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. If you're watching this on TikTok, jump over to YouTube. You'll get the full-length video at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's where my gameplay is. Let's get after it. So this is the deck build. It's Carrot. If you don't know what the leader ability is, it's activate main once per turn. If you have a Minx character on field, you can rest a 5 or less. So it's nice just to be able to rest blockers and whatnot. There's a lot of things you can do with that, especially with this deck. Obviously, you got the Carrot Searcher, which lets you search your top 7 for a Zao as long as you have 3 Dawn on the board. So you got to wait till your 3 or 4 Dawn turn to play her out, so that way you can actually get the Zao on field, which is the quintessential card, which is an activate main. You may rest the stage. If your leader is Minx, you can restand 1 Dawn. At the end of your turn, restand one of your Minx type characters, which is pretty huge, so they can't attack into it. Lon Beppo is a huge card in this as well. You play it out. If there are 2 rested characters, you can rest a character and stuff. Carrot is the linchpin of this deck, which just, restands 2 characters, 2 Minx characters, and your leader, which is bananas. So you can restand 2 Lon Beppos, your Misums, your Beppo, your Carrots, anything that is a Minx type you can restand. Beppo is great because it's a 5-cost 7k that you can play out off of Mistums, and at the end of your turn you can either restand Beppo or you can restand 1 Dawn, and that's great. Let's get into some games. All right, going into a Kobe. So we are going to go first. We do have Zao, which is great. The Carrots and all the Carrots. This is going to be tough. Going against Kobe can be rough just because they can swing into your active characters and he can just whittle you down pretty quickly. Obviously, going to play out Zao. We'll rest it, get our 1 Dawn back, and attach 1 Dawn, and swing. And they're going to take that first life. We have nothing on board, so we can't withstand anything. This Kobe, I don't remember what he plays out. He's going to swing 5. We get a Mistoms, which is great, because with the Mistoms, we can always play out the Carrot. Let's see, we'll play out to the Beppo. Activate, gain 1 Dawn. We can rest this character, whatever it is, I don't remember. It can't swing into it because it gets that plus 2k both the Kujaku. Don't need to rest anything, but we can restand Dawn. We don't have any events, so it doesn't really do anything for us. Let's see. They're 3 cost. They're going to play out. I don't remember what that one is. Let's see. This full screen. They're swing into my Lon Beppo. Minus 2k on him, 5/5. That's just tough because, essentially I'm just going to burn all this counter trying to save this Lon Beppo, when in fact I should just let him die. Problem is but it does save me a later attack, so kind of like a blocker. There's just so many burning cards. It's tough. And then I Electric Luna to lock his entire board down. I have 4, and play out the Pedro. I still restand 1 Dawn, can swing for 6. There's just so many characters on board so quickly. Just that back-to-back 3-cost 5K swing. You get a Kobe, you get a swing at the Pedro. I guess 9 to 5, I can't really counter out of that, so we'll just let him die and make him bottom deck 3 cards so we can KO the Kujaku, but he's got 4 cards, so he can obviously save her and swing 6 into me. Get an event, but hard thing is like I can play the Mistams into Carrot and I can freeze the Kujaku, but that's it. So I mean, I'm still going to have to deal with multiple swings into my characters this turn. I should have gone heavier into just KOing one of the characters, swinging heavy into one of the characters, but yes, dang Hibaris. And then end our turn, no friendly. It's just, I'm pretty much cooked considering he's just going to have more presence on board. Yeah, buff the Hibari, play another Kujaku. I'm just going to keep buffing everything. Minus 2K on the Carrot. Get nothing out of life. I mean, I got the counter, so I can go 2, and it's like, do I really want to save it because it's just going to get swung into again? I'm going to lose a life anyways. I don't think I think I try to save it, but I think I shouldn't have saved it. Just because, yeah, great, I can save it, but then he's just going to swing into it with his leader probably, or with Kobe. And buff leader, and then I'm going to have to take leader hit, and I'll be down to no life, so I'm cooked. It's like, you just, too many bodies too quickly that I couldn't deal with. I'd have to have Electric Lunas out the wazoo, and I didn't get a whole bunch of Electric Lunas. Yeah, it's like, great, I can play out the Lon Beppo, but really it's just, I can swing 6 4 times, which he's just going to counter out of with 1Ks because he's already a 6. So 6 6, and play out the Carrot. I can restand the Mistums and my leader, and that's pretty much going to be it because, you know, he's got 2 life. Great, I can swing 6, I can swing 6, and he's just going to counter out just for chuckles, and I'm dead. GG's. And that's the Kobe game. Tough. Now into a Bonnie game. If you don't know, Bonnie's the new EB04 leader that when you have 1 or less life on your opponent's turn, she gets a 2K buff. So typically takes a lot of life early. I am going second. I'm going to play out. We can't take the Zhao off of Wanda, which sucks, because that would have been really helpful just to protect. So we will pick up a Beppo, just because I know that later on when I'm swinging, I want to be swinging for 7s. All right, obviously going to take that. All right, we get a Sanji. I don't think I have a Mistams, do I? No, I don't in my hand right now. I'll take the 6K because we don't have a lot of counter in hand. Another Lon Beppo, no Mistams. So I guess we'll just play out the carrot because we can rest down the Sanji. Will just save us that additional attack, so we can rest the Sanji, freeze it, and swing for 6. Big hand size. All right, so they're down to 2 life. They have really a single swinger. What are they going to play out? They play out the Nami. I get the Mistam, so that's good. So that means I can play out another carrot for free, essentially. Counter out of this 7. Now we can play out the Mistam, or we can rest the Nami. Play out the Mistams into the carrot and freeze the Nami. Then we can swing with carrot for 6 and freeze the Sanji. Just keeping that board locked down. All about that board control. Would have been really helpful to have the Zhao, but can't. I guess swing for 7. Probably should have just not swung and kept Wandon up for my event to protect my carrot. Oh well. They're at 9 Dawn. They could play out the Luffy. I'm going to give minus 1,000. Oh yeah, that's a secondary ability of Bonnie, is she can give minus 1,000. Activate main. Minus 1,000 power to any character. So probably going to do that. Oh, now they're going to swing for 6. Into 5. I don't think we have any counter. Yeah, we have no counter in hand right now. So bunch of bricks. We will save with the Rosie. They play out the new Kuma, which lets you gain a life. We will play out Lon Beppo, rest it, freeze it. I become a 7k leader, so I'm 2 her power. They can swing for 6, freeze the Nami. They take. We will just swing for 6 into a 7, just so we can freeze the Sanji. And then we'll swing 7 because we are a 7k leader. And end our turn. And now, let's see, they're at 10 Dawn, so they could play out the 10 drop Luffy, which they do. They buff themselves to 7. Minus 1k. I have no counter, so she dies anyways. All right, so what do we do? It's a 9k, so I think we just play out the Law Beppo, rest and freeze the Luffy. We will swing 10. I think we'll swing, 6 into the Sanji and freeze the Kuma. They let the Sanji die. Don't really want to attack into the Nami because they can play something out off of the Nami, so that kind of defeats the purpose. Just debating whether I want to attack into that Nami or not. Because if I do, then she gets another active character, but she's probably gonna swing with that anyways. We'll just keep it that way. We're not gonna rest the Lon Beppo, just because they could probably dawn up heavy and swing into it. I don't want to risk that, so they're just going to minus and swing in to carrot. We're going to save the carrot. They're going to play they're going to swing into it with 7. I don't have any counter for that, so it goes away. They're going to gain another life. So here's where it can get really dicey for your opponent. They could think that they're okay, but I'm going to do a 5, a 7, and then 4 11s. So this is where it can get dicey. Something that you don't always prepare yourself for. So I'm swinging 7. They're going to take this. No, they're going to counter out. So they're going to counter out. And now they have to survive another 7 and 4 11s. So there's an 11. They go to 7k. Here's another 11. I think they take that one. Now I can play out this carrot, and I can restand both my Lon Beppos and my leader. Swing for 7 again. You got to counter out. Now you have to counter out of 2 more 11k swings. So they get to that one, and now it's pretty much GG's. You don't have the math to get out of this. Well, they might have, but they didn't. Their last card was a brick. So GG's. It beats Bonnie. All right, into an ace matchup. I feel like this is going to be quite the grind. I mulligan looking for a Law and Beppo, and I don't get one, which is tough because that would have been really good in this matchup, especially when they start playing out Whitebeards. You know, you just want to be able to play out that big body to counter their big body, and you can rest it and freeze it, and you don't have to worry about it on the clapback. We did go second to try to take that curve away from them. I wish I would have gone first just because I had the 2 carrots in hand, which would have let me search for the Zao and churn a lot of my deck to hopefully find one. So we have to wait until next turn. But we do get a blocker on board, so there's that. All right. What are they going to do with their 3 Dawn turn? Probably play a Searcher and swing 8 at me. That would be my guess. Let's see what they end up doing. Yeah, so I can play out Carrot, but I have to wait until I have 3 Dawn on field. All right, let's see. Sorry, it's late when I'm recording this. I'm actually doing this as a voiceover because none of my audio actually recorded while I was playing my games because apparently my mic was off. All right, what are we doing, Ace? Sometimes it always surprises me. It's like you don't have a whole lot of different plays. We're just sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's like the most simplest play that you're going to do. You're probably going to play a Searcher and swing 8 at me. Pretty much can predict that just because that's really what Ace does. You don't really have a whole lot of 3 cards. There we go. So we attach the 2 Dawn, play out your Searcher, your Garp, find yourself a Marco, and you're going to swing for 8. I'm going to take that. Do get Pedro, which is nice. On 4, we're going to search for that Zao. I don't see it. Don't see a Law and Beppo either, so that's good that I didn't just mush one. Choose 0 friendlies. We'll try it again. We do get Zao. No Law and Beppos, so that's good. We didn't bottom deck a Law and Beppo. We get to play out Zao. We will attach to swing for 7. Now we got to rest that so we can gain the Dawn back. So we're actually swinging for 8, which is good. Just because it forces more than just the 1 card out of hand. You're going to force 2 cards, or they're going to, get to take 2 cards to hand. So swinging for 8. You can take and get 2 cards, or you can counter 2 cards. That's, I feel like at this point you'd want to take the 2 cards. No, we're going to give me 2 cards. Perfect. This is surprising. We'll end our turn. Nothing to restand. All right. 5 Dawn. Play out the Marco. Swing for 7. That would be my guess. You have the Marco in hand. It's nice having an extra blocker, which gets you card draw. The only downside is it's pretty much useless against Carrot because every turn I can rest it, so you're not getting that blocker. So we play out a Garp, search. What are we going to get with a Garp? We can draw another Jozu. All right. So we know he has another Jozu in hand. Well, if I play out the Beppo, will he Jozu? I don't know. Now we're going to swing with Garp. All right. I don't want to take 2 hits, so we'll probably end up countering out of this. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't counter with the Inarashi. I should have countered with the Inarashi. We get another 2K and a 2K, which is great. We'll play out the... No. Play out the Lawn, but now we're going to rest that. Oh, we're going to rest that, play out the Inarashi, and freeze the 2 Garps. I don't know if that was the best course of action. Is what it is, though. So we're going to swing 7. Probably just counter card would be my guess. Or he'll take a life. Nope, we're going to counter 2K. kind of surprising because you figure with Ace, you'd want cards in hand. I don't know why they're not taking life, but maybe they just expect, the big swings at the end. There's the Marco, finally. Kind of surprised you didn't play the Jozu to bounce the Inarashi, but maybe he just didn't want to deal with the resting on play and freezing. All right, we get a Mistem, so we can play Mistems into La Beppo. Okay, or sorry, not La Beppo, but just Beppo. We can rest, so we don't have to worry about Marco. Swing for 6, keep one up for our event. I should have rested Zhao and gotten Dawn back. I should have been swinging for 7 instead. I don't know why I played it that way. That was a misplay on my part. Oh look, I have Zhao. I should have rested that. Oops, because I could have gotten more Dawn back to swing with more Dawn. Oh, mistakes. As Cardi Kaizuko would say, editor, cut that part out. That's just because I'm the editor, just like he's the editor of his own videos. I get a Garp into an I Am Whitebeard, which means he's probably going to play out a Whitebeard. There we go. Attach 2 Dawn to leader. Attach 2 Dawn to Marco would be my assumption. I don't know why you wouldn't, because then you can swing with Marco because he's just going to get rested. Apparently we're going to attach to Garp and swing for 4. That didn't make any sense to me. Apparently they make mistakes too. We will counter out of this one because now we're down to 2 life. That's a little tough. All right, so we can rest Marco. We will swing for a whole bunch of 6s here. So let's swing Inarashi. Probably counter. Mistems for 6. Counter. Lon Beppo or leader for 6. There we go. Leader for 6. Waste those 2Ks. Or draw 2 cards. All right. Lon Beppo for 7. Free block, probably. Okay, we'll play out Carrot. Restand Inarashi. Why are we restanding those? Yeah, well, whatever. We'll do a 6, 6, 7 again. You gotta be taking a life here. Draw some cards. I don't understand, the amount of counter. I mean, maybe it was just they were counting out so much because they understood that this was going to happen, where they were just going to get a whole bunch of swings. But if you have the cards in hand, then you have the counter. So I don't know. Why didn't I swing 6 and then 7? I don't know. 6, 7, as the middle schoolers would say. And then we're going to swing into Garp just to get that off the board. We will get to restand our Beppo. And then we can restand Inarashi. Not overly concerned with the cost reduction in this game. Granted, now I would be concerned with the cost reduction because it would have been nice to rest the Uta. Oh well. And now we get a Searcher. What are you going to do for 7 Dawn? Just swing a whole bunch. That would be my guess. At some point, you got to start swinging with Marco, because I'm not going to swing into the Marco. I don't want to give you extra cards. So swinging with a Marco makes the most sense, because he's just going to get rested every single turn. This is where I really wish I had my other Carrot. Or a Lon Beppo. Just something to help me out. All right, what are we going to get? Well, I was looking at the Carrot because I was like, can Carrot restand Carrot? And Carrot can restand Carrot because it's a Minx type character. And on her verbiage, it does not say cannot restand a carrot. It just says restand 2 minx characters and your leader. So you could attack with, you know, a Wanda and restand Wanda if you wanted to, if that was your only option. But now we just wait. You can see the time difference here. It's like, what are we thinking about here? I'm at 14 minutes and 18 seconds. He's at almost 10 minutes. This just boggles my mind sometimes, that it's how much thinking do you really need to do in this capacity? I think this drives me bananas at locals too. Sometimes it's like, mathing is hard. I do understand that. Sometimes you want to think through a whole bunch of math, and it either works or it doesn't. So counter out of that. All right, so we have, if Mistems lives, we have 6 swings, because we can always dawn up our blocker. Granted, probably should have blocked that. I don't know why I just let him die. That's annoying. Well, we'll rest down Marco. Guess we go for game at this point. I don't think I'm going to survive this clapback. Yeah, so I think we're just going to swing with Grotier. So we're going to swing 6, probably 7, 8, 9, right? I got 5 dawn left, so we can go 7, 8, 9. Let's see if that's enough. It's probably not, considering he has 2 blockers still active. Yeah, since he countered out of this, we're probably not gonna finish this turn. Too bad I didn't have another carrot. If I had another carrot, this probably would have gone differently, because then I could have swung, you know, probably would have done 7, 7, or 6, 7, 7, 9. Yeah, that would have been better. I wish I would have had another carrot. C'est la vie. I should have countered out with the carrot and saved the Wanda, played the Wanda as a searcher. I don't think that way normally, because I usually don't run a lot of searchers. We're just going to get rid of this Garp. I'm going to swing into life, try to get him to 0. Honestly, I should have swung into the Marco, but I didn't. I get to restand. Carrot. I have some counter, but not a lot. They have just enough. I mean, like, if they split, I'm cooked. Yeah, if they go 4 on Marco, I need counter out of life. I don't think I get any counter out of life. I would need, obviously, if the first card's a 2K or a 1K, I'm golden, because if he swings, well, it depends on how he splits his dawn up. All right, so he's putting 4 on Marco, so I'm getting a 10K swing from Marco. And we're getting a 10K swing from Leader and a 14K from Whitebeard, which obviously is going to be very hard to counter out of. I know, because I just did a bunch of 11s into Bonnie. So I don't think I'm going to survive this unless I get counter out of life. But obviously I need my first life to be, or my second to last life to be counter. If it's not, I am cooked. So let's see, 10, I get a brick. Dang it. So I'm cooked, because otherwise I could have countered out of this, which that's what I needed. I needed the 1K earlier. Now 14, yeah. GG's, I'm cooked. I can get to 11. That's the best I can do. So once again, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I think it is a great deck. Final thoughts on the deck. Carrot is fun. I mean, like, the support that she gets is great. That 8-drop carrot is busted, especially if you get multiple lawn beppos on field, just because you can just cook people. If you have 2 lawn beppos and you're still alive and it's your turn and you have a carrot, no one's going to survive, 4 11K swings. It's just not feasible. So it's just, I probably would go down in something and up in one more lawn beppo, maybe up in a Wanda, just so I can do a little bit more searching, digging for it. Maybe go down 1 beppo and up 1 lawn beppo, just because having more of them in deck is just great. I think there's another carrot that I can put in there as well. I think it's a 6/7 that lets you KO something. But yeah, then got to find that Zhao. Having Zhao would have been beneficial in making that Bonnie match a little bit shorter, just because then I wouldn't have been able to restand my carrots and save them a little bit easier. But that's kind of the way it is. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.